Another cold day at Fenway as the Red Sox look to get back on track. We play day baseball next on Nesson. Welcome to chilly Fenway Park, Game 2 of the 4-game series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Rosillo, as always, joined by Jerry Remy. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, today, Josh Beckett is on the hill, and Jerry, it appears his last outing against New York Yankees might have been his best since maybe 2007.
Well, he was absolutely outstanding in that last outing against New York Yankees. 10 strikeouts in that ball game from Beckett, and it's one of those rare occasions where a pitcher goes out to the mound and he has everything working for him. His fastball, his cut fastball, his changeup, his curveball, everything going well for Josh Beckett in that game. And that was such a fun game to watch him pitch. The Red Sox certainly hoping to come up with something close to that today, try to keep his Toronto Blue Jay club down. You know, Toronto's had a lot of success against Beckett throughout his career, so he's got some evening up to do with this Blue Jay ball club. But Beckett last time out that's as good as we've seen him in a couple of years.
Well, today the Red Sox have to deal with JoJo Reyes, who's on the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays, a guy who formerly was with the Atlanta Braves. He gets the nod today in Game 2. We're back with Game 2 right after this. By AT&T, Jordan's Furniture, your New England Toyota dealers, and by Southwest Airlines. Good afternoon again, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park for Game 2 of this 4-game series between the Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. Quick turnaround for the Red Sox, a lengthy ball game last night, nearly 4 hours at Fenway Park for the Red Sox and Blue Jays to play Game 1, a game in which the Blue Jays had come from behind to take the lead, and then the Red Sox unable to get back and tie it up late last night. Tonight's Toronto Blue Jays starting lineup: Yunel Escobar leading it off at shortstop, Corey Patterson at center, Jose Bautista's in right with Adam Lind at first, Aaron Hill at second base, Travis Snyder is in left field, Jason Nix the DH today with Jose Molina doing the catching, And John McDonald at third base bats ninth. Josh Beckett on the hill for the Red Sox today as he gets ready for his third start of 2011. And Beckett up against the Toronto Blue Jays team that he's not had a great deal of success against in his career. Beckett is 3-6 with a 7.03 earned run average against Toronto. Is kind of a quick turnaround for the Red Sox here today, Jerry, and I guess it's a good thing based on the tough loss last night. You want to get right back out there again today.
Well, yeah, everything's been so frustrating for the Red Sox to this point of the season. You're anxious to get back on the field and have something good happen to your ball club, and it looked like last night at a couple of times that something good was going to happen. They had that foul ball call down the right field line early in the ball game. They battled back. They had Marco Scudo to come up with a big base hit to get him back in the ball game late, but it just fell short again for Terry Francona and his group. And what can you do? You come out today, you try to win a ball game and just go from there. And hopefully you have a nice clean game today with Josh Beckett on the mound.
Now the Red Sox, a little different looking lineup today, and we'll visit that when they come to bat, but it is Jed Lowrie who leads it off for the Red Sox today, and Lowry's had a very good start to the season. A limited time that he's played, he's 8 for 17, and things have been going pretty well for Jed so far, and Terry Francona hoping to take advantage of that today as Jed is at the top of the order. And again, Jacoby Ellsbury batting in the number 9 spot as we check in with Heidi Watney. Heidi?
Well, Don, fans got a chance to come out to the ballpark early today and take pictures with the players before the games. Fans lined up out here on the warning track, and the players made the rounds, taking pictures with fans, signing autographs, and it was a great time for everyone. The Red Sox have a number of fun events planned for this weekend, including the fan photo day today. Tomorrow, kids will get a chance to run the bases after the game. They can line up on the field and run the bases. Also, Wally's World is open all weekend with special concessions and games for the kids. That's out on the Yawkey Way Concourse and open for all kids, and Wally will be making an appearance out there in the third inning. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much as the Red Sox take the field here today at Fenway Park. And Josh Beckett is on the hill for the Red Sox, making his third start of the season. As we take a look at Beckett's numbers, and again, he's coming off a great outing against New York. Overall, Beckett is 1-1 with a 2.08 ERA. He's logged 13 innings, giving up 7 hits. He's had 14 Ks in 13 innings, and opponents hitting at just 159 against him. And the victory last time out against the Yankees on Sunday night, 8 innings of shutout pitching from Beckett. He gave up only 2 hits and into double figures in strikeouts with 10. An outstanding effort for him against the Yankees. And Josh Beckett looking to keep it going here today against a good Toronto Blue Jays team.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. The Red Sox currently third in the league with 5 errors in 12 games. Kevin Youkilis at third base, Jed Lowrie the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Adrian Gonzalez the first baseman. Left to right, Donnell McDonald, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Mike Cameron. And Jason Veritek doing the catching behind the plate, catching Josh Beckett.
Umpiring crew, Paul Nauert has the play calling the balls and strikes today. With Kerwin Danley at third base, Dana DeMuth, the crew chief, at second, and Doug Eddings is the umpire at first base. They had to review a call here last night in the first inning, but they got it right. And the Toronto Blue Jays had a 3-run home run taken away. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas tardes, amigos.
Overcast skies here at Fenway Park at the moment. Kind of a raw day. And on the damp side, there is precipitation planned for later today. 46 degrees to begin the game with the wind in from right field at 16 miles per hour. And more cloudiness expected as the day goes on here as the Red Sox and Jays are ready to go in Game 2. There's Yunel Escobar. Got it off here last night for the Blue Jays, doing so again today. The former Atlanta Brave, he and JoJo Reyes coming to the Blue Jays last year for Alex Gonzalez. And Escobar off to a fabulous beginning. He hits at .417 to start the year with a home run and 6 runs batted in. First pitch from Beckett, and Escobar swings at it, fouls it off to the right. Then the numbers for Beckett against Toronto. Not one of his better opponents. He is 3-6 with a 7.03 ERA. He had 14 games started in his career against the Jays.
And for the second straight game, it's Jason Veritek behind the plate doing the catching for Josh Beckett.
I guess that sort of became somewhat predictable after the last outing the two combined for on Sunday night.
I would agree with you, Don.
A 1-1 to Escobar. There's a pitch that he almost bent into, but he backs out of the way. 2-1.
Beckett coming in inside with that two-seam fastball, backing Escobar off the plate.
Kind of a grounder foul and a check swing on outside of first base down by the tarp area. 2-2. Beckett has allowed you 7 hits in 13 innings over his first 2 starts of the season. One sitting at 159 against him. And the only Red Sox starter who's not given up a home run yet this year. Breaking ball grounded to third base. Youkilis has got it. Escobar is out number 1.
That's the curveball that was so good last time out for Josh Beckett. He rolls the curveball up there, gets the ground ball out to Kevin Youkilis at third base.
One out for Corey Patterson. Patterson, the center fielder for the Blue Jays, at 368 start to his season. The home run and 6 runs batted in. Take strike 1. Patterson 1 for 5 in the game last night. Couple of RBIs. Started the year on the DL, but 7 for 19 since coming off the DL. Hooks one down the line at first. Gonzalez dives in foul ground to Beckett for the out. Nice play by Adrian Gonzalez. And for Beckett to recover, and he had to get over there in a hurry.
Absolutely. He had to rush over there. Patterson can really get down the line. And, of course, there's the smothering play right here by Adrian Gonzalez. Fortunately, goes right to his glove, to his throwing hand, and Beckett hustling over to first base to get the put out.
Well, Adrian Gonzalez, who did not do any diving during spring training after the shoulder surgery in October of last year, now doing some diving here in the regular season. No ill effects. And he's played very good first base so far. 2 down in the first inning, and here's Jose Bautista. He takes ball 1 away. 54 home runs a year ago for Bautista. 3 home runs to lead the Blue Jays out of the gate this year. And it takes the 1-0 for strike 1.
Change up again from Josh Beckett. A 1-0 change up to pick up the strike. Bautista good numbers against Beckett. 3 for 6 with 2 home runs.
That could take a long time. He and Veritek trying to get on the same page here. They're still not deciding on what to throw. This is now 3 times Bautista's backed out, and Veritek's going to head out.
I don't think Jason's too sure right now because he's shook off just about everything pitch that he has. The only pitch that he didn't put down there maybe was the cut fastball.
Jose Bautista leads the majors with 22 home runs late in games after the 6th inning. Second is Joey Votto, the Cincinnati Reds, who had 16, but he's had 22 the last 2 years, coming late in games. The 1-1 finally, and it's a fly ball to center, playable for Jacoby Ellsbury. Makes the catch that ends the first. Beckett has a 1-2-3 first. Red Sox are coming up. Fenway Park as JoJo Reyes on the mound today for the Toronto Blue Jays. Ready to work here to Jed Lowry. Leads it off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the first inning. Carl Crawford with the day off, at least to begin the game today. And Lowry, who's off to a very good start, 8 for 17, takes strike one. Judd has reached base safely in 8 of his last 11 plate appearances. As he sends one to short. Escobar from short left with a throw that's off the mark, and Lowry will reach. Nice play by Escobar to get there, but the throw pulls Lind off the bag, and Lowry's aboard.
You're right, Don. A nice play going to his right and had plenty on that throw to first base. The problem was it was not on target. Ball hit hard by Jed Lowry. A topspin, one-hop ground ball. There's the throw all the way in the air, but it's off target, and Lowry has himself a base hit.
So lead runner on here for the Red Sox, bottom of the first inning for Dustin Pedroia. We'll check on Lowry's lead was short. He's back to the bag easily. Well, Dustin Pedroia with a home run here last night. Second home run of the homestand for Pedroia as he takes a pitch for a strike. First start for JoJo Reyes against the Red Sox. It is his third start of the year. 0-1 with a 5.23 earned run average. His Blue Jays debut got a no decision against the Oakland A's. There's a bunt bid by Pedroia, sent foul off to the right.
Yeah, Dustin bunting for a base hit right there. Not a sacrifice, trying to push the ball down that first base side. Fortunately, pops it up, but it goes deep enough where there's no play for anybody to make.
In tight for ball one, 1-2 to Pedroia. Pedroia hitting at .458 on the homestand for the Red Sox, 11 for 24 on the homestand. And overall, .348 average, 2 home runs, and 6 runs batted in. Lowry at first, nobody out, last half of the first inning. In again, and it is 2-2.
Game last night, there was a lot of fastballs early in the count to Dustin Pedroia, then breaking balls late in the count. Back-to-back breaking balls here by Reyes.
Reyes last year spending the majority of the year in AAA, 10 starts with Gwinnett in the AAA club for the Braves, and 2 starts with New Hampshire when he came over in the trade to the Toronto Blue Jays. His debut with New Hampshire on July 16th. He had a no-hitter into the 8th inning, first surrendering a 1-out double. Eastern League Pitcher of the Week in his almost no-hit performance. He joined the Blue Jays organization, again part of that Alex Gonzalez deal. Yadel Escobar coming as well from the Braves. Off was Lowry on the 3-2, but it's fouled off to the right. The starting lineup for the Red Sox brought to you by New England Chevy Dealers. Jed Lowry at shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second base, Adrian Gonzalez at first, Kevin Youkilis at third with David Ortiz at DH fifth, Mike Cameron in right field, Jason Veritek doing the catching, Darnell McDonald in left bats eighth, and Jacoby Ellsbury in center field rounds out the starting 9. 3-2 the count. Lowry is off again as Pedroia sends one to right field. Down towards the corner, a fair ball. No, a foul ball. The indication by first base umpire Doug Eddings, and again out of our sight line down the right field line. Man must have touched it on the way by.
And that ball just kept slicing for Dustin Pedroia and slicing away from fair territory, just inside that foul line.
And Doug Eddings, the first base umpire today. The short lead at first base, been off on the last 3-2 pitches, and he's off again as Pedroia takes ball 4. So an infield hit and a walk, 2 on, nobody out in the first inning.
Let's take a look at the Blue Jay defense. They've made 13 errors in 13 games. John McDonald will be at third base. Yanel Escobar, the shortstop. Aaron Hill at second, and Adam Lynn, the first baseman. In the outfield, left to right, Travis Snyder, Corey Patterson, and Jose Batista. And Jose Molina doing the catching for JoJo Reyes.
Jose Molina out to talk to JoJo Reyes. First and second, nobody out here in the first inning. Red Sox looking to get out to a fast start today. And Adrian Gonzalez coming up here. John Farrell's return last night, able to grab a victory in his first game against his old team. And Blue Jays find themselves a half game back of the Yankees to start the day. Both the Yankees and Jays with 7 wins. The Yankees are 7-5, the Blue Jays 7-6. Here is Adrian Gonzalez. Takes ball 1, framed by Molina. Gonzalez yesterday signing a 7-year contract extension through the 2018 season. Takes strike 1, 1-1. Kind of a quiet homestand, 4 for 22. His first go around at Fenway Park. First time he's played at Fenway Park. Lowry at second base, Pedroia at first base. Nobody out last half of the first inning. In there for strike 2 over the inside corner. This is where Adrian Gonzalez was at his best a year ago. A .407 batting average with runners in scoring position last year. And Jed Lowry's at second base right now with Pedroia at first, nobody out. Line into right center field for a base hit. Lowry being waved around. Bautista will throw to second, and the Red Sox lead it 1-0. Adrian Gonzalez drives in the Red Sox first run of the day.
LA trying to come back inside against Adrian Gonzalez, and he cleans out an inside fastball. Gonzalez, with this base hit, picks up his 8th RBI of the season. He's seen an awful lot of inside pitches here at Fenway Park on this homestand. That time the hand's inside the baseball and puts it on a line out there in the right field. Right center field, I should say.
2 on and still nobody out. A run in, and here's Kevin Youkilis. He's been walking a ton as he takes a pitch for a strike over the outside corner. He's drawn 10 walks in his last 6 games and now has 15 on the year, which is tops in the majors. And the Red Sox as a team have been doing a fair amount of walking. Red Sox batters 3rd in the AL with 51 walks on the year. Behind Seattle, we get 56 in Detroit with 52. Line to right, and it's a fair ball. From second base comes Pedroia. He will score. Gonzalez to third on the RBI double by Kevin Youkilis. The Red Sox take a 2-0 lead.
Well, Youkilis now with a 6-game hitting streak. That's some nice hitting right there. Taking a fastball that's away and just shooting it to the opposite field. Didn't try to pull it, didn't roll over. Just shot it to the opposite field to drive in a run. So Pedroia tried to go in that direction. Now Youkilis goes in that direction.
So 3 hits in the inning, a walk, and 2 quick runs in for the Red Sox against JoJo Reyes. Here's David Ortiz in on the left side. This one gets away from Molina, but not far enough for Gonzalez to try it. Adrian Gonzalez with an RBI in this inning. Now at third base, Kevin Youkilis has got an RBI as well. Second and third, nobody out. Outside, 2-0.
No shift put on David Ortiz. They are playing him in on the left side of the infield. Yunel Escobar in. Not all the way in, but just slightly below double play depth. Right side of the infield's back.
Swing and a miss at the 2-0 pitch, 2-1.
No fastball for Ortiz on the 2-0 count. He gets the slider from Reyes.
20th pitch of this first inning, and he's not yet recorded an out. This is inside Ortiz, 3-1. Jojo Reyes from Riverside, California. (3-1) and a swing and a miss, elevated a tad at 92, and it's a full count. Reyes last year spending time in the DL April 14th through May 16th. Right knee problem, backing up a play at home plate. Back in the DL in July with the same knee problem. 3-2 as Ortiz gets jammed and fouls it off.
That fastball so far for Reyes averaging right about 91 miles an hour. We've seen the fastball, we've seen the slider, we've seen a changeup.
One of the problems for him in the early part of his major league career, he really has not had a put-away pitch. And we're seeing that here in the first inning. The 3-2 pitch to David Ortiz. And did he go? No, says Kerwin Danley. And Ortiz down to first with the walk. Second free pass served up by Jojo Reyes in the first.
Fastball up and away from Ortiz. Ortiz able to check the swing and grab the walk. Head down to first base. So the Red Sox with the bases loaded, nobody out, already up 2-0.
There's a chance for Mike Cameron to do some damage. Cameron in the starting lineup today in right field. Cameron, part of our key matchup, brought to you by New England Acura dealers. Against Jojo Reyes, 2 for 6, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. 333 average against Reyes, and Reyes' time as a member of the Atlanta Braves. 1-0, a little number that is foul. It's a ball and a strike. This is a little bit more along the lines of what we thought we may see last night with the left-hander going for the Blue Jays. But Red Sox last night had a lot of their lefty regulars in the lineup. Today we see Cameron and Lowry and Jason Varitek in there. Some changes today. Darnell McDonald in the lineup. Of course, the Red Sox seeing a plethora of left-handed starting pitching in this run. And we'll see more. Blue Jays have 3 of the 4 pitchers in this series, and then the Red Sox go to Oakland and face 2 lefties out there.
That's a plethora.
That is a plethora. I used it correctly in a sentence.
I bet you thought about that one all the way in this morning.
I'm so proud of myself. I mixed it in, and you called me out.
Now, that is a plethora, though. That really is.
A lot of lefties, Jerry. Gonzalez at third, Youkilis at second, Ortiz at first. And a 1-2 to Mike Cameron. In there for strike 3. First strikeout for Reyes, and the first out of this first inning.
Looked like a good pitch. Cameron didn't like it, but it looked like the fastball had plenty of the plate. The question is, was it high enough? And we'll take a look on Amica. Yeah, that's a good pitch.
So bases loaded, 1 out. Jason Varitek, the batter. 1 for 10 start of the season for Varitek. Jason turned 39 on Monday. Ball one to Varitek. Bases filled with Red Sox here in the first inning. Gonzalez at third, Euclid at second, Ortiz at first. And one out here in the bottom of the first. Varitek takes it up top for ball two. Jason so far against left-handed pitching 0 for 7 on the season. But ahead here 2-0 against this lefty, JoJo Reyes. 30th pitch of the first inning for Reyes, and there's strike one over the outside corner.
And Varitek didn't like that. He thought that fastball was away. Certainly not a pitch you want to swing at if you're a hitter with a 2-0 count.
3 career grand slams for Jason Varitek. They elevate and Varitek chases 2-2. It's a pitch he's had a hard time staying off of during the course of his career. Two-two to Varitek. Back up again, and he swings and misses. It's back-to-back Ks for Reyes, and there's 2 down in the inning.
Yeah, by design, there's no question about that. Both pitches are designed to go up in the zone against Jason. That ball between the belt and the letters, and the swing and miss by Varitek.
No 2 down here in the first for Darnell McDonald. Bats out of the 8 spot. 125 start to his season. 1 for 8 on the year. It gets a start in left field. Lifts into the air down the right field line towards the seats as Lynn gives chase but runs out of room.
That ball looked like it was going to be way out of play, but it looked like the wind blew it back quite a distance. That's something the infielders and outfielders are going to have to be aware of. Gusty today here at Fenway Park.
Donald fouls it off and is quickly down 0-2. JoJo Reyes trying to find his bearings here in the first inning. A lot of pitches, 34 so far here in the first. And the back-to-back Ks of Cameron and Varitek, and now ahead of Darnell McDonald 0-2. John Farrell's pitching staff so far for the Toronto Blue Jays. They are 4th in earned run average, 3.29 coming in. Conversely, the Red Sox with a 6.79 earned run average, last in the American League. 0-2 is high, 1-2.
Yeah, the top teams in pitching so far in baseball in the American League: Texas, LA, Oakland, then Toronto 4th.
And a 22-minute wait so far for Josh Beckett. Red Sox getting 2 runs for him here in the first. And a 1-2 pitch coming to Darnell McDonald. 2-2. Gonzalez at third base, Euclid at second base, Ortiz at first. 2 down in the first, 2 runs in. McDonald grounds one towards second base. Aaron Hill to first for the out that ends the inning. But the Red Sox get a pair of runs in the bottom of the first and lead it 2-0. Fan Guide, compliments of Scott's. Second inning, and Adam Lind to lead it off for the Blue Jays. Josh Beckett with a 25-minute wait. Red Sox collecting 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning, and it'll be Lind, Hill, and Snyder after Beckett on 10 pitches. Enjoyed a 1-2-3 first inning. Adam Lind, a .250 start to his year. He's been manning first base. Of course, Lyle Overbay, who had been the first baseman for the Blue Jays the last 5 years, now doing his work as a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and Lind taking over on an everyday basis at first base.
Time now for the Coors Light freeze cam, and of course last night it was Adam Lind who had that controversial non-home run in the ball game early. Off Clay Buchholz, finally ruled a foul ball by the umpires after reviewing it. Coors Light freeze cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Lind fouls off another, and it is 2-2. Ended up going 1 for 4 in the game last night, with an RBI and a walk. Strike 3 call. First strikeout of the day for Beckett.
Excellent location from Beckett. Tried to stay away from Lind just about in that hole at bat, and finally gets that fastball on the outside corner to pick up the strikeout. There you see the pitches from Beckett, mostly away with the exception of 1 pitch in that at bat.
So 1 down here in the second inning. Aaron Hill, the batter. Curveball, it slips out of the hand of Beckett on this chilly afternoon.
Just a slip right here by Josh Beckett as he tries to snap off the breaking ball.
Driven to left. Darnell McDonald goes back. He's going to grab some wall about halfway up. Ellsbury plays the carom. Throw to second base. He is not going to be in time. Aaron Hill laying it out with a headfirst slide and a double off the wall for the first Blue Jays hit of the day.
Aaron Hill has always hit Beckett very well. 406 coming into the game. He gets a fastball middle in and takes it off that left field wall. Looked like it was going to be close at second base as Ellsbury played it off the wall, but the head first slide and the double for Aaron Hill.
So 1 out, Hill at second base, and here's Travis Snyder. Just a 163 start to Snyder's season. And a swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt.
That fastball at 95 from Josh Beckett.
Down and in, and it's a ball and a strike to Snyder. Snyder 1 for 4 in the game last night. Just 3 hits in his last 25 at bats. In the dirt, and it's 2-1.
Be careful with Aaron Hill out there at second base. He's trying to get himself a running lead at second. He's got 4 steals on the season.
Hill at second base, 1 out here in the second inning, and a 2-1 coming to Travis Snyder. Time call. Beckett holding onto the baseball for a long time.
That same thing, he had Hill bouncing around at second base trying to time Josh Beckett, and Beckett just held the ball until time was called.
to right field, and that's going to get in for a base hit. They're waving Hill around. The throw from Cameron in right is not going to be in time, and the Blue Jays get on the board. And first the double by Hill, and now Travis Snyder with an RBI single to right. And the Blue Jays getting their first run of the day.
Now Snyder took an outside fastball and hooked this ball into right field. See the location of that pitch, a two-seamer going away, but he's still able to cover the plate, hook it, and pull it out toward Mike Cameron. Cameron with the throw in a home plate, but not in time. And a 2-1 ball game.
So Snyder at first, one down in the inning, and Jason Nix the batter from the Cleveland Indian. It's at .290 to start the year, 2 homers and 4 runs batted in. And a check over Gonzalez. Good dig out of the dirt. Snyder with a good sized lead at first, held on by Gonzalez. And close again, but Snyder able to get back safely.
Now aggressive baseball the Blue Jays have been playing. Snyder with 3 stolen bases in 4 attempts so far this season, and getting a lot of attention right now from Beckett.
Pitch inside this time, 1-0. Then struck out to begin the inning. He went looking. Aaron Hill with a double off the wall and left. Travis Snyder with an RBI single. And the Jays able to cut the Red Sox lead in half very quickly. And throwing another dive back to the bag for Snyder. A cold day from Fenway Park. Last night chilly as well, and same thing today. Overcast skies, lights on here at Fenway. There goes Snyder, and Nix fouls it straight back. Blue Jays trying to get some things going. They're really much more aggressive this year under John Farrell than we're used to.
Yeah, this has not been a station ball club sitting back waiting for the home runs.
Outfield straight away on Jason Nix. Jason Varitek with the signs for Beckett. The 1-1 breaking ball is in the dirt outside. Nice play by Varitek, sprawling out to grab it. Beckett retired the first 4 Blue Jays he faced in the game, but double and a single. And Jason Nix about to be the 25th pitch of the game thrown by Beckett. There goes Snyder at first. Nix with a swing and a miss. Varitek's throw is into center field. And after stumble over the bag, Snyder elects to stay right where he is at second base. Snyder able to steal second and get into scoring position.
That throw just takes off on Jason Varitek up over everybody. Not a great jump at first base, but you can see the throw just not close to second base, and backed up in the outfield by Jacoby Ellsbury. High fastball up and in.
strike 3. Curveball from Beckett. He picks up his second K, 2 down.
Now 2 strikeouts on the afternoon. 1 on a fastball to Adam Lind. 1 now on a curveball to Nix. Starts it inside corner. Picks up right down the middle of the plate.
Nix Nguyen takes with him the second K for Beckett on the day. And here's Jose Molina. We saw J.P. Arancibia get the nod last night as the catcher for the Blue Jays. Today it is Molina catching the day game after the night game. And good start for him. 353 with a home run and 3 runs batted in. As he takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Molina certainly known for his defense more than his offense. Threw out 40% base runners stealing last year, the highest percentage in the American League. 40.6%. 1-0 spiced foul, 1-1. There's one of the Molina brothers along with Yadier and Benji Molina. A lot of Jose Molina when he was catching for the New York Yankees. Ended up catching a lot. Saw it on the DL. The 1-1 pitch. Ball 2, 2-1. Molina 2 for 18 in his career against Josh Beckett with an RBI. So not one of the Blue Jays who enjoyed success against Beckett. Turnaround today for Terry Francona and the Red Sox. A late night last night and day baseball from Fenway Park today. The runner goes for third to pitch a strike, and looks like he gives him a look, but nothing he can do about Snyder. They give him third.
Now with 2 outs, the infield is playing back deep. That gave Snyder a chance to get a very good lead at second base. Nobody holding on. There's that running lead, and easily just walks into third base.
Snyder stealing second base, now third. And 90 feet away. 2-2 is in there for strike 3, and again it's a curveball. Beckett ends up striking out the side, but the Blue Jays get a run. It's 2-1 Boston after an inning and a half. A little Sox talk on the radio, home for Boston Red Sox baseball. Join Dennis and Callahan weekday morning starting at 6 at the WEEI Sports Radio Network, and of course right here on NESN. Red Sox have a 2-1 advantage as we head to the bottom of the second inning. They sent 8 men to the plate in the first inning and scored twice. Red Sox left the bases loaded as Jacoby Ellsbury takes strike one. Remember, the starting 9 not so bad in the first. Ellsbury, Lowry, and Pedroia to bat here in the second inning. Ellsbury 4 for 17 on the homestand. Takes the ball down low, 1-2. 195 average for Jacoby Ellsbury so far. Started the year in the leadoff spot, but dropping down to number 9. In tight, 2-2. Jojo Reyes, a lot of first inning pitches, 37. Ellsbury getting a piece, stay alive, and gets a piece of Paul Nauert, home plate umpire. Top of the Red Sox order, Jed Lowry waiting on deck, and then Dustin Pedroia will be along here in the second inning. Ellsbury gets jammed and fouls it off. Still 2-2.
Fouls off a couple of pitches to stay alive. A slider, then a high fastball.
Tried to hold up and did, according to Kerwin Danley. Full count now. Ellsbury had been down in the count 0-2.
Take a look at the side. Looks like he didn't hold up.
Up and in. Almost hit him, and there's ball 4. Ellsbury will head on down to first base. Leadoff walk as we check in with Heidi.
Well, Don, Jojo Reyes' first start this season did not go so well. He gave up 5 runs in 3 1/3 innings, but his last start out was much better. He pitched 7 strong innings, giving up just 1 run. I talked to John Farrell about what he's seen from Reyes.
He's been a highly touted prospect with the Braves before coming over to us. He's solidified and really won a spot in the rotation in spring training. His last time out, he went into the 7th inning against the Angels. He's a guy that's got a 3-pitch mix that has really kept us in the ballgame every time he's gone to the mound.
Reyes came to the Blue Jays last July in a trade with the Braves. At 26 years old, he is the second oldest pitcher in the Jays rotation to Ricky Romero, who's just 2 weeks older than him. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Jojo Reyes, a guy that they think has pretty good upside, and again, he and Yunel Escobar coming from the Braves. Blue Jays off to a pretty good start in 2011 under their new skipper. Ellsbury at first base. Jed Lowry waiting on a 1-0, but first a check of Ellsbury.
I think I'm going to go upstairs real quick to say hello to Nikki. I'll be right back.
9 for 18 for Jed Lowry out of the gate in limited time coming off the bench. Getting the start today. Ellsbury started and stopped and is able to get back.
A good read there by Jacoby Ellsbury. He was off. He was going. Had 1 or 2 steps towards second base. Realized and picked up the move back to first base, and he's able to get back safely.
Two for 2 so far on the year for Ellsbury. This held to just 18 games last year, 70 stolen bases the year before. Now 1-0. Ellsbury is jumping back to the bag as the pitch missing to Lowry. 2-0.
Jacoby Ellsbury that time flinching on the move by JoJo Reyes.
To Lowry. And a foul off to the right. 92 on the fastball that time from Reyes. His velocity appears to be going up a little bit.
It's interesting. Both he and Beckett working out of the stretch position. Their velocity's been higher out of the stretch. Beckett had one at 95 last inning.
He struck out the side in the second, and 2 of those strikeouts came on curveballs. That's Nix and Molina to end the second inning after giving up a run. Here is a 2-1 pitch to Lowry. And sent foul down towards Canvas Alley. Covidien, a global healthcare products company, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities. Lead runner gets on here for the Red Sox in the bottom of the second inning. A walk for Jacoby Ellsbury. Jed Lowry waiting on a 2-2, and it's already 50 pitches for JoJo Reyes. Is ready finally with a 2-2 pitch. And a check on Ellsbury again. Red Sox jumped out to a 2-0 advantage in the bottom of the first inning. RBIs for Adrian Gonzalez and for Kevin Youkilis. The Blue Jays answering in their half of the second. An RBI single for Travis Snyder, and it's 2-1. Lowry fouls off another to the right. There's Jed Lowry last year, starting the year off on the DL with mononucleosis. And had career best, a 287 average, 9 home runs. Hits one in the air to left field, back towards the monster, and gone. Into the monster seats in left field. Jed Lowry's first home run of 2011 puts the Red Sox on top 4-1.
Well, Terry Francona hoped that Jed Lowry would give the Red Sox a spark today in the leadoff spot. And so far he has done that with a single and now a home run on a changeup. Good job by Lowry staying back on that off-speed pitch. More of a line drive home run into the monster seats.
So first home run of the year for Lowry's 2 for 2 in the game, and the Red Sox have a 4-1 advantage. As Dustin Pedroia stands in. JoJo Reyes was so concerned with Ellsbury at first base and ends up giving up the 2-run shot to Jed Lowry. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2011 Red Sox season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. Pedroia grounds one left side. McDonald, the third baseman, throws him out for the first out of the second inning.
Well, we've seen John McDonald an awful lot at shortstop today at third base as he goes down almost to one knee, not quite. And able to get up and throw out Dustin Pedroia by plenty at first base. Always a very fine defensive player.
There is Adrian Gonzalez and an RBI single in the first inning as he takes ball one away. The RBI for Adrian was his 8th of the year. There's ball 2-2-0. The Blue Jays into a shift here for Gonzalez. So John McDonald make his way to the shortstop spot from third base. Outfield straight away on Gonzalez. Inside, ball 3. This has not been a real comfortable outing for JoJo Reyes. And that pitch count at 58 pitches in an inning into third. Bruce Walton, the pitching coach for the Jays. And there's ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Adrian Gonzalez. 4th walk given up by Reyes. It was an interesting dynamic when you have a successful former pitching coach who is now a manager. Seen that with the Padres and Bud Black, and it's worked out well for San Diego. But you can't help but imagine that John Farrell is very involved in his pitching staff, even though he is not the pitching coach.
Well, I'm sure he is to a point, you know, and I think he has to have confidence, obviously, in his pitching coach. There's much more going on as a manager. He has to rely and think about the whole game that's going on and not just focus in on the pitching.
He's headed over to his pitching coach at the moment. Here is pitch number 60 for JoJo Reyes. Euclid fouls it off. Euclid with an RBI double in the first inning, part of a 2-run first. Now a pop-up, foul ground as Molina and Lind, the first baseman, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So Euclid is fouling out, and here comes David Ortiz. Jays into a more pronounced shift here than they were on Gonzalez as they shift the second baseman Aaron Hill in behind first and towards the line and right. They're well over to the right. Again, they bring their third baseman to the right side of the infield, John McDonald, now in the second base spot. So that shift is a real pull shift here towards the line. Only Escobar left on the left side of the infield, the shortstop, as Ortiz takes ball 1.
I think of all the teams that we see that shift on David Ortiz, which is just about everybody, the Blue Jays have their second baseman closest to the foul line than I think any other ball club.
This one will skip in, and Gonzalez will head to second base. Hits off Molina, no chance, and into scoring position goes Adrian Gonzalez. More problems for JoJo Reyes.
Yeah, Reyes tries to break off a breaking ball here that just quickly gets away from Molina. Bad bounce right there. Nothing Molina could do about it except chase it down.
Ortiz rolls it over foul and evens the count now. Win a free pair of Red Sox tickets on Wednesdays by being spotted enjoying a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee at participating locations. Go to DunkinDonuts.com/cotcold to learn more. There's no purchase necessary, and it's open to legal residents in Massachusetts or New Hampshire, 18 or older. For a full set of official rules, visit DunkinDonuts.com. 2-2 to David Ortiz. And a swing and a foul tip as he gets a piece to stay alive. Cameron waiting on deck with 2 outs here in the second inning. Strike 3 call. The Red Sox get a 2-run home run from Jed Lowry and take a 4-1 lead.
Amica Insurance, it's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. Last inning, Josh Becker with 3 strikeouts, a fastball to Adam Lynn, a breaking ball to Nix, and another curveball to Molina to strike out the side.
Top half of the third inning. John McDonald leading it off for the Blue Jays. His first at bat of the day, and McDonald getting the start at third base. 3:53 start for McDonald, the former Providence College standout. So takes the breaking ball for strike 2. Curveball today from Beckett despite the weather conditions. Another long wait. He had a 20-minute wait this time after 25 minutes after his first inning of work. It is 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, and it is 1-2. Aaron Hill doubled with 1 out of the second, and then Snyder single to drive him in for the Blue Jays run. Upstairs 2-2. John McDonald played the fewest games of his career last year, but still had career high 6 home runs and .454 slugging percentage. 17 of his 38 hits last year went for extra bases, had 9 doubles, 2 triples, and the 6 home runs I mentioned. strikes out this time. Beckett trying to rack up the Ks. 4 strikeouts now for Beckett, 1 down in the 3rd inning.
And again, pinpoint control by Beckett, picking up the inside corner with his fastball for the strikeout. So that's 3 in a row now for Beckett. McDonald didn't like it, but a good pitch.
One out here in the 3rd inning for Yunel Escobar. Escobar, the broken bat, soft ground ball. Pedroia will pick it up and flip underhanded. And there's 2 down here in the 3rd inning.
That's what you call getting in the kitchen right there. I mean, that fastball, a 2-seamer from Josh Beckett, runs right back in the hands of Yunel Escobar. And just shatters the bat. The result, a little squib ground ball out to Dustin Pedroia at second base.
Two down here in the 3rd inning. Corey Patterson grounded out to first base, first time up, as he takes strike 1. Patterson, 31 years old, from Atlanta, Georgia. And his first 6 seasons in the majors, part of the Chicago Cubs. Time in Baltimore, Cincinnati, Washington, Milwaukee, and then back to Baltimore last year for his 2nd stint in an Orioles uniform. Last year, 8 homers, 32 runs batted in, and a .269 average. Curveball, and picked at first by Gonzalez. Beckett will cover for the out. Nice play by Adrian Gonzalez. And a 1-2-3 3rd inning for Josh Beckett. It's 4-1 Red Sox after 2.5. Jojo Reyes back on the mound. 68th pitch as he starts the 3rd inning. Mike Cameron, Jason Varitek, Darnell McDonald anticipated here in the 3rd inning. Cameron struck out looking in the 1st inning, 0 for 1. Reyes with more walks than Ks. He struck out 3, walked 4 in his outing. Cameron lifts it foul and out of play. the outside corner, 2-2. Chopped up over the mound as Hill ranges but can't get there, and it's into center field. Well placed by Mike Cameron back up the middle, and a leadoff single to get the bottom of the third inning started.
Reyes tries to put Mike Cameron away with a slider, but it leaves it up in the zone, and Cameron right back up the middle with the big bounce over the head of Reyes in a center field for the base hit. Almost got a glove on it, but not quite.
Cameron on to begin things here in the third inning. Jason Varitek coming up. Varitek struck out swinging in the first inning. Jason 1 for 11 to start the 2011 campaign. Check swing and ball 2-0. Jason Varitek playing just 39 games last year for the Red Sox. Three-time All-Star, and of course the Red Sox all-time leader in games caught. 15th Major League season. And Saltalamacchia off today, at least to begin the game. Catching the day game after the night game, and now catching Beckett again. Jason Varitek, the 18th full-time captain in Red Sox history, and the first captain since Jim Rice, captain 86 through 89. A pop-up sent foul off to the right, and they get back and out of play. Red Sox baseball at Nesson is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Commitment, compassion, and the love of the game. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com.
Now, Terry Francona doesn't hit and run much, but when he does, a lot of times it is with Jason Varitek.
To third, McDonald able to knock it down to second for one, on to first for two. What a play by John McDonald. Fully laying it out on a hot shot to knock it down, and then he starts the 5-4-3 double play.
Now, that's a couple of very nice plays down at third base this afternoon by McDonald. That ball was a bullet by Varitek. And McDonald, just as quickly as he knocks it down, gets it to second base. And they had plenty of time to turn over the double play.
So 2 down here in the third inning. Darnell McDonald stands in and takes ball one. Broken bat, looper to right, that'll fall in for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Darnell McDonald, and the Red Sox collect their 6th hit of the day.
Well, some of the players in this lineup today, you know, Lowry with 2 hits so far, Cameron 1 for 2, McDonald 1 for 2. Well, the switches Terry Francona has made against this left-hander paying off so far. Boy, another broken bat right toward the end of the bat for Darnell McDonald.
So 2 down, McDonald at first base, and here's Jacoby Ellsbury, who walked and scored in the second inning. Showing bunt, pulls back and takes strike one. He'll be a native of Madras, Oregon, and of course attended Oregon State University. Was in New England back in 2004 in the Cape Cod League. Played for Falmouth. Ellsbury gets hit. Going to turn out of the way of that one, but it gets him, and down to first base he goes.
Yeah, Ellsbury out of the 9 spot on base twice this afternoon. Once by a walk and once how you don't want to get on base. Hit by a pitch. Right off the right shoulder. The back of the right shoulder for Ellsbury. Proper way to turn away from the baseball.
So 2 down. Darnell McDonald at second base. Jacoby Ellsbury at first base. And it's back up top for Jed Lowry, who was 2 for 2 in the game. A single and a run scored in the first, and then a 2-run home run in the second. Now a pitch inside for ball 1. Off the end of the bat, foul, and the count evens at 1-1. Red Sox have several very good former college players, and Jed Lowry is certainly in that category out of Stanford University. Waiting on a 1-1 pitch. And this is up top, framed by Molina, but it's ball 2, 2-1. Field. Jose Bautista going back, and he'll make the running catch. Got a good jump and makes the grab that ends the inning. The Red Sox strand a pair, but have a 4-1 lead at the end of 3. Tonight, the Bruins will look to even up the series with Montreal in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Join Catherine Tappan, Barry Peterson, and Gord Kluzak for a special 1-hour edition. The Bruins face off live at 6, and read more at NESN.com/Bruins. Top half of the 4th inning. Jose Bautista leading it off, and a swing and a miss for strike 1. Bautista flied out to center field in the 1st inning. Josh Beckett has retired 5 batters in a row. 1-1 to Bautista. Beckett has given up 2 hits. They came back to back in the second. The 1-out double by Aaron Hill. And the RBI single by Travis Snyder. Now a little squibber back towards Beckett. He fields and throws. 1 down in the 4th inning.
Couple of cutters in that at bat right there. It's a Bautista. It was a cutter that he just dribbles out in front of home plate. And Beckett gets the out at first base. Plenty of time for Beckett. No need to rush.
One out in the 4th for Adam Lind. Takes a pitch in tight. Lind, a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. Josh Beckett with 4 strikeouts in his outing has not walked anybody yet. Jays in the midst of an 11-day, 10-game road trip. And wrapping it up with his 4-game series against the Red Sox. Ground ball off of Beckett. It kicks out towards second. Pedroia out quickly with the throw. It's in time. Dustin Pedroia with a nice play. It was deflected by Beckett on the way by just slightly. And it gives Pedroia a chance to make the play, and he does.
Boy, the last couple of games, Pedroia has made some outstanding plays at second base. There's a deflection by Beckett to give Pedroia a chance. Gets up, spins in the opposite direction to make the throw to first base, and records the out. He's been picking it down at second base.
That's ball 1 away to Aaron Hill. 95 that time from Beckett. He missed, but 95 on the fastball. In the dirt, and it is 3-0 now to Hill. Hill had the double that got it started for the Blue Jays in the 2nd inning, the inning in which they scored on Beckett. And now Beckett, being careful with him, has fallen behind 3-0. Josh about to throw his 50th pitch of his outing. There's a strike, 3-1. Blue Jays on this trip that started in Los Angeles, moved to Seattle. They're 3-4 on the trip, and won here last night, 7-6, holding on. Strike 2, full count.
Beckett this time going away with the fastball, picking up the outside corner.
Inside ball 4, and he loses Aaron Hill. First walk allowed by Beckett. This one comes with 2 down in the 4th inning. It's time for a game break, and Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Here it is. Red Sox on top 4-1 over the Blue Jays. 2 outs in the top half of the 4th inning. Aaron Hill at first, and Travis Snyder takes ball 1 inside. Snyder's single to drive in a run in the 2nd inning. The lone Blue Jays run of the day. And he stole 2 bases, 2nd base and then 3rd base. He was left at 3rd when Beckett was able to strike out both Jason Nix and Jose Molina to end the 2nd inning. Curveball in there for strike 1. And buckled Snyder.
Don't see that very often, where a left-hander gets buckled from a curveball from a right-handed pitcher. Kind of backing off that breaking ball.
One and two to Travis Snyder. Snyder now, and if the hitting continues, Jason Nix will be next. Snyder still just 23 years old. First round draft choice by the Blue Jays, 14th overall in 2006. It's the last 3 years in the majors. There goes a runner at first. The 1-2 is outside. And a stolen base for Aaron Hill, the third stolen base of the game for the Blue Jays.
And Jason Varitek never really came out of the crouch. He was trying to squeeze a third strike out of the home plate umpire. Great jump at first base. No chance for Varitek anyway. And tried to frame that pitch to get a strike call.
Blue Jays are running and doing it down in the game by 3 runs at the moment. They've got Hill in scoring position. Now Varitek headed out to talk to Beckett. They change the sequence of signs here with a runner at second base and 2 down. Sox fans get 3 great Red Sox games in one exciting package with the MasterCard Triple Play packs. Seats are available in various locations throughout the ballpark. All packages will include one game with the Chicago Cubs when they make their long-awaited return to Fenway Park. Visit redsox.com/tripleplay to get your Cubs tickets today. There's a pop-up. Varitek giving chase, but it's back into the seats. Travis Snyder missing time last year, the sprained right wrist. Missed almost 2 months. May, June, and a lot of July. Ended up on a rehab assignment as part of his comeback. As pitch misses inside now. And 95, but missing 3 and 2. Played in a total of 82 games last year at 255. 14 homers, 32 runs batted in. Most home runs and RBIs he's had in the majors. Again, he's still just 23 years old. 3-2 pitch from Beckett. Flared foul, out of play.
Pretty good job there by Snyder. That was a good pitch by Beckett. Fastball away. Just kind of reached out and punched it foul. Would have been a call third strike, but he's able to make some contact and have another chance.
8th pitch of the at-bat for Travis Snyder. 60th pitch of the day for Beckett. On the ground right side, Pedroia at second base. On to first for the out. That ends the top of the 4th inning. 3.5 done, 4-1 Red Sox.
Dream Points. Every Tuesday this April, earn at least double and up to 5 times the points just for playing slots. Only at Foxwoods Resort Casino and MGM Grand at Foxwoods. Foxwoods, official resort casino of the Boston Red Sox.
Bottom of the fourth inning back at Fenway Park, 4-1. Red Sox on top as JoJo Reyes back on the hill for the Blue Jays. Look for a while there in the first and second innings that he may not be around for very long. Here he is in the fourth, having thrown 85 pitches. Pedroia, Gonzalez, and Euclid expected in the inning. There's a pitch for a strike, 1-1.
They do have some action in their bullpen right now as Reyes starts off the bottom of the fourth.
Pedroia on the ground and into right field, a base hit. First hit of the day for Pedroia on base for the second time. Walked back in the first, and that is now 7 Boston hits on the day.
Opposite field swing on a breaking ball that time from Dustin Pedroia. Gets the curveball and shoots it to the opposite field. Right by the dive of Adam Lynn at first base.
Pitching line brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers. JoJo Reyes up to 87 pitches. He's given up 4 runs, including the 2-run home run by Jed Lowry. Pitch inside. Red Sox have had the lead runner on in every inning today. Right-hander up, Carlos Villanueva warming now for the Toronto Blue Jays. That's a strike, 1-1. Adrian Gonzalez has been on twice today. Singled in the first inning, walked in the second inning. And there for strike 2, 1-2. JoJo Reyes coming into this outing today with an 0-1 record, 5.23 ERA, third start. One bad one, one good one, and today gives up 4 runs so far in 3+ innings. Very high, 2-2. Euclid waiting on deck as the Red Sox bat here in the fourth. With Dustin Pedroia at first base, nobody out.
See if they send Pedroia at first base on the 3-2 count.
This one was fouled off.
Looked like Dustin wanted to go, but then never get the traction to go.
Goes this time, and it's ball 4 outside. And there's the 5th walk given up by Reyes. Second time that Gonzalez has walked. And here comes John Farrell. It has been a long, tough day for JoJo Reyes. Villanueva warming in the pen. This day is over. So 3+ innings for him. He departs responsible for the 2 men on. Red Sox on top, 4-1. Sox have a 4-1 advantage over the Blue Jays. Jays make the pitching change, and Carlos Villanueva comes into the game. The 27-year-old from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. This is call to the bullpen, brought to you by New England Ford dealers. Villanueva appearing in his 5th game of the year. 1.35 earned run average. Opponents hitting at just 0.56 against him in 9 Ks. 6 2/3 as there's strike 1 to Kevin Youkilis. Dustin Pedroia started the inning with a single to right field. Adrian Gonzalez walked, so 2 on, nobody out. As Jojo Reyes departs, Carlos Villanueva into the game now. Ground ball towards second. Aaron Hill flipped to second for 1, on to first for 2. And a big double play for Villanueva as Pedroia takes third, 2 down.
Well, that's just what John Farrell was hoping for with the pitching change. A quick couple of outs, and that's exactly what they get. The ground ball to Hill, the quick flip to Escobar, and across the diamond to get the double play. Nice little underhand flip there by Aaron Hill to Escobar. Clears himself for the runner and makes the throw to first base to get the out.
2 down, Pedroia 90 feet away at third base. Here's Big Papi. Takes strike 1. David walked in the first inning, struck out looking in the second inning. Villanueva's major league career prior to this has been spent with the Milwaukee Brewers. Broke into the big leagues in 2006 in Milwaukee. It's 8-5 for Milwaukee back in 2007. As each ball comes out on the field, and it's run down by Travis Snyder. He was traded to the Blue Jays for a player to be named later in December of this past offseason. Looking with Pedroia at third as Ortiz takes a pitch high, 1-1. David has walked and struck out. In tight for ball 2, 2-1. Opposition hitting at just 0.55 against Villanueva. And Ortiz, the foul tip into the catcher's mitt, 2-2.
A change up that time from Villanueva as he gets Ortiz a little bit off balance on that swing. Keeps the change up away from David.
He's a guy who could go a little while here for John Farrell. He pitched against the Oakland A's in his last outing. Went 2 2/3 scoreless innings out of the pen. Longest relief appearance for a Blue Jay this year. And here he is into the game here in the 4th inning after the starter for John Farrell, Jojo Reyes, goes 3+ innings. Villanueva comes in and gets a double play ball. Now 2-2 the count to David Ortiz. Full count. Cameron waiting on deck. With 2 outs here in the 4th inning. This one bounces in, and David Ortiz takes the walk. It's already the 6th walk given up by Blue Jays pitching in the game. First allowed by Villanueva.
Toronto came into the game with the most walks in the American League. Also the most strikeouts in the American League. And added some walk totals to that today.
First and third situation with 2 down here in the 4th inning for Mike Cameron. His 3rd at bat of the day. Mike struck out looking in the 1st inning and then singled to center field in the 3rd. All that, of course, was against Jojo Reyes. 2 for 13 start to the season for Mike Cameron. Gets the arms out of the way and takes strike one. Has not agreed with Paul Nauert, the home plate umpire, a lot today. In the dirt and scooped up and then dropped by Molina. 1-1.
Nice block on the breaking ball by Molina with the man at third base, Dustin Pedroia. Backhanding it, knocking it down.
Like he went. They check. He did not, says Doug Eddings, first base umpire, and it's 2-1. You got away with one right there.
I think you're right.
That's a called strike, and it's 2-2.
Once again, Mike Cameron disagrees with the call. That time it was a changeup. Right at the bottom of the strike zone, according to the Amica pitch zone.
Jason Varitek on deck here with 2 outs in the inning. 4-1. Red Sox on top of the Jays. Villanueva ready to work with runners at first and third. A bluff to third, a look to first, doesn't throw to either locale.
I have serious doubts that David Ortiz would be running in that situation.
Cameron with a swing and a miss strikes out to end the inning. Red Sox do not score in the fourth. 4-1 Boston at the end of 4. Gonzalez to help local families by donating $1,000 for every home run Adrian hits this season to select Habitat for Humanity affiliates in eastern Massachusetts. Thank you. Wow, Jerry, we got to talk. There's some issues apparently.
Yeah, something wrong. I don't know what it is, Santa.
One of us has been nice and one of us has been naughty apparently. Jason Nix leads it off in the 5th. Swing and a miss for strike one. Nix, Molina, and McDonald as Josh Beckett works with a 4-1 lead here in the 5th. Four strikeouts for Beckett, 1 walk. He's allowed 2 hits. Hits came back to back in the 2nd inning. Led to a Blue Jays run. That struck out looking in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. In fact, all 3 batters we'll see here in the inning. Strikeouts, Molina next, and then McDonald. Breaking ball missing outside, 1-2.
That's how Beckett got Nix back in the 2nd inning. A curveball and just missed with that one on the 0-2 count.
63 total pitches, 39 for strikes, 62%. Strikes thrown today by Beckett. It's been a cloud-covered Fenway Park all day today. On the cold side here at Fenway, lights have been on from the get-go. Red Sox playing 3 straight daytime games. Tomorrow afternoon again, and then of course Monday morning, Patriots Day here. Red Sox will wrap up their first homestand of the year. 2-2 to Jason Nix. Nix now, Jose Molina next. As the Blue Jays bat here in the 5th. Swing and a miss, gets him by him at 93. It's the 5th strikeout for Beckett, and the 2nd time he's got Nix.
Yeah, first time was on the curveball back in the 2nd inning. This time he blows the fastball by him up and away.
So 1 out here in the 5th inning. Jose Molina coming up. Molina struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Second year for Molina with the Blue Jays. Last year played in 57 games, hitting at .246. 6 homers, 12 runs batted in. Prior to that, 3 years with the Yankees. 3 years. This one sent foul off to the right. Total 6 years with the Angels. Working at the big leagues in '99 as a member of the Cubs. He's now 35 years of age and from Puerto Rico. Zipped outside, 2-1. The career numbers for Jose Molina. This is rocketed out towards the gap in left center field. It's off the scoreboard quickly. Molina will take a wide turn at first, but retreat to the bag at first with a 1-out long single. It's the 3rd Blue Jays hit of the day.
All 3 hits in the ball game have come off the fastball from Josh Beckett. This fastball middle in, and Molina, who uses that open stance, then closes it up, is able to clean that one out and rifle it off the scoreboard. Of course, he does not run well, and Ellsbury gets it back in quickly to keep him at his first base with a single.
So 1 out here in the 5th. Molina at first base, and the number 9 man, John McDonald, who struck out looking in the 3rd inning. Broken back, grounded towards 3rd. Youkilis goes to 2nd for 1. On to 1st, not in time. They do get the lead runner in Molina, 5-4 on the force out, but John McDonald reaches at first base.
Yeah, that ball just not hit hard enough for a double play to be turned over. Youkilis tried as quickly as possible to get that ball to Pedroia so he could complete the double play, but it just was not hit hard enough. A broken bat. Has to charge, and he's on the grass. The pivot there as he's taken out at second base. But beaten at first base is McDonald. He beats the play. Good takeout slide there by Molina.
Two down, McDonald at first base. Back up top for Yunel Escobar, who takes ball one. Escobar, 28 years old. 4 years with the Atlanta Braves. Last year coming over to the Blue Jays. Played in 60 games after the trade. Trade was in mid-July, July the 14th. And Jojo Reyes for Alex Gonzalez. On the ground towards Pedroia at second base. He'll go to first with it and end the inning. Halfway through this one from Fenway Park, Red Sox on top 4-1. Brought to you by Eastern Bank. Commitment, compassion, and love of the game. These are just some of the things Eastern Bank is made of. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com. 4-1, Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays. Last half of the fifth inning. Carlos Villanueva, as he is back in the game. The fourth inning after Reyes went 3+. Giving up 7 hits and the 4 runs the Red Sox had. Walked 5, struck out 3, and Reyes is on the hook. Jason Varitek leading it off here in the fifth is 0 for 2. He was struck out swinging and bounced into a 5-4-3 double play. Breaking ball and a swing and a miss, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball up, and Varitek fouls it off. Varitek now, Darnell McDonald on deck. This one in the dirt. And the Wave came in. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. He got a big double play. Youkilis grounded into it. He walked Ortiz and then struck out Cameron. Now ahead of Varitek, 1-2. Breaking ball hit in the air to right field. Bautista started back, now comes in. The wind knocks it down, and he has to keep running on in. And he makes the catch for the first out of the inning as we check back in with Heidi.
Well done. Carl Crawford had the game off as the Sox faced yet another lefty to start the game. Now, Terry Francona wanted to keep him in the lineup until Monday, but after an 0-for-5 night last night, Francona thought he needed a break.
Monday looked like a real good day to give him a day to kind of regroup, but DeMarlo and I sat around a lot, and he's the one I could probably bounce more stuff off of than anything. And then we went to Carl and said, hey, this is kind of what this is what we're trying to do. And I think he really wanted to play, which we like, but I think it will do him more good to take a little bit of a breath this morning and just let things slow down for him.
Crawford has struggled in the top spot in the order. In 6 games as a leadoff hitter, he's batting 107 to bring his season average down to just 137. After the game last night, he was asked about being booed by the fans, and he said, the fans should boo. I deserve it. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. It looks like he's had real trouble with left-handers so far this season. Red Sox facing a left-hander today.
Yeah, and it's tough to get into a groove, as a left-handed hitter when you're facing lefties as much as the Red Sox have. Jacoby Ellsbury, another good example of that. Seen an awful lot of left-handers, and it's tough to get your swing down.
And they'll see more. Another one in this series and 2 in Oakland. And a stretch for the Red Sox, very difficult in dealing with lefty starters. Two down here in the 5th. Ellsbury's been aboard twice today without the benefit of a base hit. He walked in the 2nd inning, was hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning.
Somebody must have made a bad play.
Ball 2-1 to Jacoby Ellsbury. Downstairs, 3-1. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Boston. A run, 3 hits, and no errors for the Blue Jays. They get their run back in the 2nd inning off Josh Beckett. And it has been another very good outing for Josh Beckett. There is ball 4 and a 2-out walk for Jacoby Ellsbury. I remind you to follow the Red Sox with MLB.com at Bat11 for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit RedSox.com for details. Another chance for Jed Lowry, who's had a good day. Infield hit in the first, a 2-run home run in the 2nd inning, his first home run of 2011. Flat out to right in the 3rd, so 2 for 3.
I would think that Ellsbury would be trying to get into a scoring position very quickly by stealing second base. Try to get there as soon as you possibly can and give Lowry a lot of the count to work with.
There goes Ellsbury, and the pitch is bobbled by Molina. Went on the transfer to do something with it, couldn't, and a stolen base for Jacoby Ellsbury.
Number 3 on the season for Ellsbury. It didn't take very long. Very first pitch he takes off. The ball bouncing out of Molina's glove and no chance at second base.
Down the left field line. Snyder towards the corner will make the catch on the track that ends the bottom of the 5th inning. We have played 5 from Fenway. It's 4-1 Red Sox. Four to 1 Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays. We head to the top half of the 6th inning. Josh Beckett back on the mound. 74 pitches in his outing. Corey Patterson, Jose Bautista, and Adam Lind to bat here in the 6th inning for the Jays. And it's strike 1 from Beckett. Patterson is 0 for 2. He's done the same thing twice. He's ground out to first baseman Adrian Gonzalez in the 1st and again in the 3rd. Oh, and 2. Been a 5 strikeout day for Josh Beckett as he works here in the 6th inning. Beckett's first outing at Cleveland. He went 5 innings, giving up 3 runs to 106 pitches. In the next outing, the best outing he's had in a long time. Against the New York Yankees are on Sunday night. He went 8 innings, giving up 2 hits, no runs. Walked a batter, struck out 10, and threw 103 pitches. Swing and a miss. Makes quick work of Corey Patterson's 6th strikeout for Josh Beckett.
He's retired Patterson 3 times today on 3 different pitches. A changeup for a ground ball out, a curveball for a ground ball out, now a fastball up and away for a strikeout.
One down in the 6th inning for Jose Bautista, who is 0 for 2 in the game. Curveball drops in there for strike 1. Bautista has flied to center and grounded back to the mound. Strike 2, 0-2.
Curveball followed by a cut fastball from Beckett and quickly ahead in the count. Another cut fastball.
Wind has shifted a tad, blowing in at the moment. There's been another cold day at Fenway Park. It was cold here last night, cold today, and blowing in right now. 1-2. Curveball that just misses. That looked like a very good pitch. 2-2.
It certainly had Batista jumping back and maybe just missed the inside corner.
Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. In the air to shallow right center. The wind knocking it back, so Pedroia's got the best chance, and he makes the catch. 2 down in the 6th inning. It's time now for today's AT&T trivia question. Which 2 Red Sox have extra inning home runs against Toronto? The answer for you a little bit later. 2 outs here in the 6th inning for Adam Lynn, first baseman for the Blue Jays, who struck out looking and grounded to second base. On the ground foul outside of first. 1-1. Happy birthday to Kurt Young. His 51st birthday today. And hoping for a win today from Josh Beckett, who's on 5 2/3. It's not been an easy beginning for Kurt Young's start here with the Red Sox. A rocky road here in the early going for Red Sox pitching, and trying to get it going here. And Beckett having another good performance. 2-1 is outside.
Beckett going with back-to-back changeups. Falling behind now, 3-1.
Ball 4, and he loses Lynn. It's the second walk given up by Beckett. Comes with 2 down in the 6th inning. I want to remind you, tomorrow afternoon, live from Yawkey Way, and right after Red Sox first pitch, join us for Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by Uno's. TC, Jim, and Heidi. We'll have a preview of John Lester's start as he looks for his first win of the year. Plus, they'll get you ready for Marathon Day in Boston. Coverage begins live from Yawkey Way tomorrow at noon, only on NESN.
Well, it's a lot of those runners in the marathon already in town. Saw a lot of them running down Sturrow Drive this morning. Not actually not running on Sturrow Drive, but alongside Sturrow Drive. Wouldn't be very smart.
2 down, Lind at first, and Aaron Hill has been on twice today against Josh Beckett. Double in the 2nd inning. He walked and stole a base in the 4th inning. Swing and a miss, down 0-2. A few more cutters lately in this inning for Beckett.
Some cutters in this inning and some changeups also in this inning for Josh.
He went around. Strikes out to end the inning. It's 7 punch outs for Josh Beckett. 5.5 done, 4-1 Red Sox. Bottom of the 6th inning back at Fenway Park as Villanueva returns to the hill for the Blue Jays. He's been in the game since the 4th inning, and he's going to deal with 2, 3, and 4 in the Red Sox order here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dustin Pedroia has walked and singled. He's been aboard twice today. As he takes ball 1. Jojo Reyes is on the hook for the Jays. 3+ innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 5, struck out 3. Villanueva's not given up a run since coming in. '30th pitch for Villanueva. Fouled off to the right, and it's 2-2.
Now, some of our crew be working both games today, the Red Sox game and the Bruins game tonight. Could be hustle over there.
I was going to say, it could be a little tight.
Once this one's over.
Things are moving along here at Fenway Park.
Doubling up today.
In the air to right field. Bautista is there, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning. Arbor Coat Exterior stain by Benjamin Moore, a revolutionary waterborne stain that outperforms the best oil-based stains on the market. Find Arbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore retailer. One out in the 6th inning. Adrian Gonzalez has been on base 3 times today. Singled in the 1st, walked in the 2nd, and then again in the 4th inning. He's driven in a run. And takes the curveball inside.
I was thinking between innings, Don, you're a distance runner. Why did you ever consider taking Monday off at any point to run a marathon?
No. If you call 2.5 miles distance, that's all I do. You haven't been to the health club in a while. But that's
no,
it.
I have not. Yeah,
I have a very strict regimen. It's 24 minutes, 2.5 miles running. So
that's pretty good pace.
It's okay. It's at like 6. It moves up. I progressively move up. But 2.5 miles, it's it. And then I'm out of gas. That's it. Done. I don't do anything else.
Right back to the room.
No lifting. No other time spent there. That's it.
And my running days are long gone. I used to jog quite a bit, but
yeah,
not anymore.
It's all over. Didn't go. It's just Kerwin Danley. Plus, I think running outside, especially cold weather, is much different than running on a treadmill inside.
Yeah, you got to battle the elements like today, the wind, the cold.
Hills and stuff.
Yeah, that's right, silly.
2-2. Just off the outside edge. Shift on for Gonzalez in the infield. 3-2. He hooks it to right. Bautista coming in. And he handles the first 2 outs of this bottom of the 6th inning.
Both outs in this inning coming on off-speed pitches. A breaking ball of Pedroia, a changeup to Gonzalez.
I don't want to become the manager of the Toronto Blue Jays, but they may want to think about Villanueva as a possible starter.
So now you're managing.
I'm now managing. John Farrell, are you listening?
Did you hear that, John? That was Don.
Villanueva looks pretty good to me. Since coming into this game, he has quieted the Red Sox offense, and this is his 2nd straight long relief appearance. In there for a strike, and it's 1-1.
I remember the days when you first started, you were afraid to even talk to me, and now you're managing clubs.
I told Terry Francona when Brad Mills left that I wanted to be his bench coach.
Yeah.
I wanted to be considered, and he didn't consider me for whatever reason. I don't know what happened. I was passed over. I mean, the Marlow Hill's good, but
now you.
the 1-1. He's in there for strike 2, 1 and 2.
So you feel Tito's missing something by not having you side by side in the dugout.
Well, you said it, I didn't, but.
No, you said it. You said it.
I just made the offer.
Let me tell you something. It's a lot easier sitting up here.
You think?
Yeah.
Swinging a foul tip. Villanueva makes quick work of the Red Sox in the 6th inning. 4-1 Red Sox. Top of the Blue Jays, top half of the 7th inning back at Fenway Park, and more Josh Beckett. Ready to deal with Travis Snyder. Leads it off and takes strike 1 to begin things here in the 7th. Snyder's got 1 of 3 Toronto hits on the day. A single to drive in the Blue Jays' only run back in the 2nd inning. Red Sox Nation, if you need medical care while here at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org.
Or you could come up here and see Don. He's probably a doctor, too. Manager, coach, doctor.
2 pitch. There's a curveball that is tap foul.
I feel very safe up here with you. You know, anything happens, I know I have excellent medical care right to my left.
Down and in, and it is 1 and 2. Snyder will be followed by Jason Nix and Jose Molina in the inning. There's Nix, who's had a tough time today with Josh Beckett striking out twice against him. There's strike 3. 8 strikeouts for Beckett. 1 down in the 7th inning.
Now this is back-to-back games where Beckett is right on target again, picking up that outside corner with the fastball. Almost impossible to hit this pitch right on the corner. Beautiful pitch by Beckett.
One out in the 7th inning. Jason Nix pops it up foul, back and out of play. Curveball in there for strike 2, 0-2. And that again for the second straight outing has been a spectacular pitch for Josh Beckett today. Swing and a miss. Getting better as this outing goes along. 9 strikeouts for Beckett. Third time he's got nicks by way of the K.
He got him on a curveball back in the second inning, a fastball in the fifth, and now a cut fastball. You see the rotation on the cut fastball? Moving just to the off the outside edge of the plate. Nix chases it.
2 down, Jose Molina. And he struck out looking in the second inning, single to center field in the fifth. He's got one of the 3 Toronto hits on the day off Josh Beckett. Lined and caught at first base by Adrian Gonzalez to end the top of the 7th. 7th inning stretch. Red Sox on top 4-1. Friendly experience guidance. Find your showroom at frankweb.com. Last half of the 7th inning at Chile Fenway Park. Red Sox on top 4-1. And a new pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays, their third of the day, Octavio Dotel, comes into the game. 4th appearance, a 1-0 mark with a 9.00 ERA. He's pitched in just 2 innings. They've got 1 hit. Opponents hitting at 143 against Dotel. Takes over for Carlos Villanueva. Ends up going 3 innings of relief for John Farrell. He gave up no hits during that time and no runs. Walked 2 batters, struck out 2 batters.
Did a very good job keeping his team in this ball game.
There's Dotel in to face David Ortiz, Mike Cameron, and Jason Varitek. Scheduled to bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dotel in his last outing against the Angels threw 10 pitches, all for strikes. He was placed on the DL right at the end of spring training with a right hamstring pull and then activated on the 8th of April. Ortiz has walked twice today and struck out. And he takes ball 1. Daniel Bard warming for the Red Sox. Ortiz takes a pitch inside, 2-0. Tavio Dotel, now 37 years old, from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Broke into the big leagues with the New York Mets back in 1999. Signed by the Blue Jays as a free agent at the beginning of January. Last year in 3 different major league cities, pitched for Pittsburgh, Los Angeles, and Colorado. He's not been in the American League since 2009 when he was with the White Sox. Ortiz gets jammed and fouls it off. 2-2. Timeout for the answer to today's AT&T trivia question. Which 2 Red Sox have extra inning home runs against Toronto? And the answer is David Ortiz and Jed Lowry. Ortiz took Aquilino Lopez deep for a walk-off home run here at Fenway in September of 2005. And Lowry actually has 2 extra inning homers against Toronto. Hit one off Brandon League in August of 2008 and a walk-off home run last year on August 21st against Casey Janssen. Payoff pitch to David Ortiz. And it's ball 4. Down to first base he goes. That is the 8th walk given up by Blue Jays pitching in the game.
And the 3rd time today that Ortiz has drawn a walk.
Ortiz at first for Mike Cameron. He struck out twice today and singled. Takes ball 1, framed by Molina. Field. Snyder on the move, won't get there. It drops in for a base hit. Almost got by him. He almost overran it. As Ortiz takes second base, Cameron aboard with his 2nd hit of the day.
Got 2 hits, 2 strikeouts on the day for Mike Cameron. For a while, it looked like that ball was going to stay up high enough for maybe Travis Snyder to make a catch on it, but instead had some topspin on it and quickly drops in front of him. As you can see, he almost runs by the baseball, has to reach back to keep it from going to the wall.
We're 2 on, nobody out. And Jason Varitek coming up. Turns around to bat from the left side against the right-hander, Tavio Dotel. Varitek today 0 for 3. He struck out, grounded into a double play, and flied out to right. Squares to bunt, drops it down. McDonald, third baseman, with 1 play. Varitek moves the runners along on the sacrifice for the first out of the 7th inning.
Good job by Jason Varitek, bunting it hard enough to pull McDonald off that third base bag. His only option to go to first base to get the out. The 2 men get in a scoring position on the sacrifice by Jason Varitek.
A pinch hitter coming up for Darnell McDonald, J.D. Drew. Played in last night's game. And in there is a pinch hitter here in the 7th inning. Darnell McDonald had been 1 for 3 in the game. Infield in all the way around for the Blue Jays. The pitch to Dotel wanted, ball 1. In there for strike, 1-1. Action in the pen. Luis Perez just called up from Las Vegas in the pen for the Jays. 1-1 to Drew. Strike 2, and JD does not agree. 1-2.
He thought that ball was down and in. Take a look in the Amica pitch zone. All 3 pitches down so far to JD Drew.
Outside, Molina tried to bring it back to the corner. 2-2. Six for 16 in his career against Dotel. 375. Slices it foul off to the left, out of play. Struck out as a pinch hitter on Tuesday night against Tampa Bay. Batting with 1 out runners at second and third. Red Sox trying to add on to their 4-1 advantage. Drew pops it up, gets jammed, and John McDonald in fair ground makes the catch for the second out of the inning, and Drew cannot get the job done. 2 down. Immediately following the game, stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live with TC, Jim, and Heidi. You'll get the complete breakdown of Josh Beckett's performance. You get the manager's perspective in the From the Press Room segment. Plus, the guys will answer your questions, so keep those tweets coming. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. So 2 down, second and third, and here comes John Farrell. With Jacoby Ellsbury coming up. Octavio Dotel, a walk and a single to begin this inning. He gets 2 outs and now will depart from the game here in the 7th inning. Pitching change from Fenway. Red Sox on top 4-1. Back to the game. Last night, the Texas Rangers moved into double figures in wins with a 5-3 win against the Yankees. They reached double-digit mark with help from what else? The double play. The Rangers set a team and tied an AL mark by turning 6 double plays against the Yankees. The 6 grounded into were also a team record for New York, who had 1 each from the first 6 batters in their order. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea is the refreshing hard iced tea that tastes like real iced tea, be a little twisted. 5-2 Yankees lead today, however, against Texas. They're in the 9th inning at Yankee Stadium as the Blue Jays move on to their fourth pitcher of the day. Luis Perez was called up just in time for the game last night. His one start with Las Vegas this year, 1-0 mark with a 5.00 ERA. Recall, was named the Eastern League Pitcher of the Week last year, ending April. And he misses inside, ball one to Jacoby Ellsbury. Comes in with David Ortiz at third base, Mike Cameron at second base, and two down here in the seventh. Ellsbury to third. McDonald with a pick. He's got to hurry. Spins and fires low, but nicely dug out by Adam Lind on the other side, and the Red Sox cannot score. We have played 7. Boston on top 4-1. Well, Kevin Youkilis and the Red Sox off to a good start today. Youkilis with a double in the first inning to drive in the second Red Sox run. Red Sox getting 2 out of the gate. Jed Lowry in the second inning with a 2-run home run. His first of 2011. So they've had the offense and they've definitely had the pitching. Josh Beckett, second straight, very good outing. So he goes 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, walks 2, and strikes out 9 Toronto Blue Jays today, and departs with a chance for his second win of 2011. So it's on to the 8th inning, and the new pitcher for the Red Sox is Daniel Bard. It is John McDonald who leads it off against Bard.
What a play McDonald made in last inning. That probably saved 2 runs for the Blue Jays.
He's made a couple of very good plays at third base today. Some defensive changes for the Red Sox as well in the inning as J.D. Drew stays in the game and is in right field. Moving from right to left is Mike Cameron. Bard's 2-0 delivery to John McDonald is in there for a strike. So Bard into the game for Boston here in the 8th. A 3-run lead, 6th appearance. He's 0-2 with a 9.64 ERA. 4 strikeouts so far in 4 2/3. A 294 opponent batting average. 3 of 5 outings have been scoreless for Bard. 97 misses for ball 3. On the ground towards deep short. Jed Lowry from short left, long throw that is not going to be in time. But a good bid by Jed Lowry. Almost got him.
Showed very good range on that play going to his right. Just hard to get anything much on the throw to first base from that position. The jump, then the throw. He makes it all the way to first base, but not quite in time to get McDonald.
So lead runner on here for the Blue Jays. Now Escobar coming up. Escobar 0 for 3 today against Beckett. 3 groundouts. Now going to be a very interesting situation here for Corey Patterson coming up, who is on deck. During spring training, Patterson was hit in the helmet by Bard. And I'm sure that's going to be a tough one for him to shake. That was a very scary moment at City of Palms Park in Fort Myers. And he has got to go up against him here next as he waits on deck. Runner goes, swing and a miss, and the throw down is a good one, and McDonald is out. Jason Varitek guns down John McDonald. The Blue Jays have been running down in this game all day, and they don't stop, but this time Varitek gets him.
Now they keep trying to play aggressive baseball, but that time the Red Sox, no contest here, as this was not even close at second base. Throw perfect by Varitek, and Pedroia just waiting for McDonald.
Escobar fouling it off to the right, hanging tough 0-2. Well, Dunkin' Donuts is in its 13th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout, a special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. And it has been a chilly day out there today here at Fenway Park. Cloud covered all day. Lights have been on here at Fenway. Now the Red Sox have a 4-1 lead with the Jays batting here in the 8th with 1 out. Escobar's never had a hit against Daniel Bard. And won't this time either. He strikes him out. First strikeout for Bard, 2 down in the 8th. 10th strikeout for Red Sox pitching today.
Now Daniel Bard goes to an 0-2 slider that time to pick up the strikeout against Escobar. So the leadoff man 0 for 4 in this game for Toronto.
So 2 down, and here is Corey Patterson. And again, he got hit in the helmet with a fastball in the upper 90s from Bard during spring training. Today, he is 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and struck out. One hopper to first. Nicely picked on the backhand by Gonzalez. Tags the bag. Inning over. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 4-1. Red Sox on top. Tonight, I want to remind you on this week's all-new Ultimate Red Sox show with Heidi Watney, presented by Arbella Insurance. Peter Gammons talks to David Ortiz. Heidi revisits the Sox welcome home dinner, plays of the week, and much, much more. Catch the Ultimate Red Sox show tomorrow at noon. The Bees need a win. As we play along to the last half of the 8th inning at Fenway Park. Top of the Red Sox order, Jed Lowry to lead it off against Luis Perez. We got the final out of last inning. And it was big because the Red Sox had runners at second and third looking to tack on more. Already on top by 3. Lowry takes strike 1. Good with a single in the first, then a 2-run home run in the second. First home run of 2011. Since then, he's flied out twice. Action in the Sox pen as Papelbon gets ready for the 9th inning. Beckett for 7, Bard the 8th, and Papelbon getting ready for inning number 9. Two and 1 to Jed Lowry. Pedroia, then Gonzalez here in the 8th. Called foul, 2-2. Jojo Reyes started today for the Blue Jays. 3+ innings, 4 runs. Walked 5, struck out 3. Carlos Villanueva 3 shutout innings. Octavio Dotel 2/3 of an inning, and now Luis Perez. Ground ball, foul. Blue Jays pitching 8 walks today, and 3 have turned into runs. Two to Lowry. On the ground up the middle, diving is Escobar, gets up in the throw, he's not in time. 3rd hit of the day for Jed Lowry. Nice bid by Escobar, but can't get it there in time.
Well, you see some rangy plays by the shortstops in this game today, but again, just missing at first base. Escobar showing range to his left, gets up, good strong throwing on the first base, but Lowry from the right side of the plate beats it out. Well, nice afternoon for Jed Lowry.
Second 3-hit game of the season, and again, he's not had the chance to play on a regular basis. But on here to begin the 8th for Dustin Pedroia. It's went on twice today, a walk and a single. It's grounded out and flied out. And late on the fastball, 1-1. Inside, framed by Molina, 2-1.
I think Molina's been very happy with a couple of calls in this at bat to Dustin Pedroia.
You can see why already in the Amica pitch zone.
That one a little bit inside, but still very close.
Swing and a miss. Big cut from Pedroia, 2-2. Another fastball from Perez.
This time more of the plate for Perez, but no contact by Pedroia. And a fastball inside part of the plate.
Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank. At Eastern Bank, we believe something as simple as your checking account shouldn't come with a lot of strings attached. Eastern Free Checking. See just how good a checking account can feel. Check on Jed Lowry at first base, who dives back to the bag. Aboard here to begin things in the 8th. Red Sox on top by 3 runs. They bat in the 8th with nobody out. Two pitch to Dustin Pedroia. Up and away. Molina out of the crouch to grab it. Full count. See if Jed Lowry gets a start here at first base. Adrian Gonzalez on deck. Play for Pedroia to go the other way in the outfield. Corey Patterson, the center fielder, step or two towards right center out there in center. There goes Lowry. A pitch swung on and missed by Pedroia, and out at second base is Jed Lowry. Strike him out, throw him out, double play, 2 down.
Back upstairs again with that fastball of Dustin Pedroia to pick up the strikeout. And of course, 3-2. You don't get a great jump at first base. You make sure that pitcher goes home. And Lowry thrown out by quite a bit at second base. Even though that ball tailed from Molina, they still had plenty of time to get Lowry.
Two down here in the 8th as Adrian Gonzalez takes a look at strike 1. Gonzalez singled in the first. He walked in the second, walked in the fourth, and then flied out to right his last time up. And there for strike 2, 1-2. In the top of the 9th inning, it'll be Jose Bautista, Adam Linda, and Aaron Hill. 3, 4, and 5 for John Farrell's Blue Jays. Jonathan Papelbon ready in the pen. 2-2. I want to remind you, for every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Red Sox get a save, CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. There is Papelbon getting ready for the 9th. 2-2 is outside. Swing and a miss. Luis Perez shutting down the Red Sox in the 8th. It's on to the 9th. 4-1 Boston. To you by Southwest Airlines, Dunkin' Donuts, your New England Subaru dealers, and by Sullivan Tire. Jonathan Papelbon into the game for the 9th inning with the Red Sox on top 4-1. His 5th appearance of the year. 2.25 ERA. He's worked in 4 innings and opponent hitting at 154 against him in 4 innings. He's got 7 strikeouts. Leads the team in strikeouts for relievers with 7 Ks. And 7 of his 12 outs have come by way of the K. Jose Bautista to lead it off for the Blue Jays in the 9th inning. 0 for 3 today against Josh Beckett. There is strike 1 to Bautista. Beckett for 7 innings, giving up 1 run. Daniel Bard came in, worked an inning, gave up a hit, had a strikeout. And now Papelbon for the 9th. Swing and a miss. Elevated at 95. Bautista chases 1 and 2.
Good live fastball there from Papelbon, as you mentioned, 95 miles an hour and up in the zone.
Down low, and it's 2 and 2. It is Bautista now. Adam Lind waiting on deck, and then Aaron Hill. It is 3, 4, and 5 for the Blue Jays batting here in the 9th inning. Two-two pitch to Bautista. In the air to left field. Back goes Cameron in front of the scoreboard to make the catch. Mike Cameron just kept going back, and he reels it in right before the wall for out number 1 of the 9th.
Yeah, Bautista turning that fastball pretty good from Papelbon, but Mike Cameron back to the warning track just in front of the wall to make the catch.
One down in the 9th inning for Adam Lind. Lind today is struck out, grounded out, and walked. There's strike 1 to Lind. Left-handed batter so far against Papelbon on the year, just 1 for 8. And Lind is 3 for 13 in his career against Papelbon. Flared foul, and it's 0 and 2. Time now for a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Tomorrow, John Lester gets the ball for Boston. It'll be his 4th start of the year. Lester will be looking for his first win. He's 3-1 against Toronto in 4 starts last year. In his 3 wins, he allowed 2 or fewer runs in each start and 21 strikeouts. Jays did get to him once, touching him for 9 runs in 2 innings of work. He gets the start. He's spinning out of the box as Lind. He'll be matched up tomorrow against Jesse Litch in game 3 of this 4-game series. Litch 1-0 with a 2.38 ERA in the early going for the Blue Jays. Jays won last night. Red Sox trying to wrap it up here today. 1-2 pitch. Lind fouls it off, protecting the plate. Immediately following the game, stay with us for WB Mason's Extra Innings Live with TC, Jim, and Heidi. Get a complete breakdown of Josh Beckett's performance. You get the manager's perspective and from the press room segment. Plus, the guys will answer your questions, so keep those tweets coming. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. Here is a 1-2 pitch to Adam Lynn. Down low, 2-2. Young trying to enjoy his birthday today. And a very good effort from Josh Beckett, Daniel Bard, and now Papelbon trying to wrap it up. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 down in the 9th.
Excellent splitter right there from Papelbon. And all fastballs and out at bat. Then he drops the split on Lynn to pick up the strikeout. Keeps it away from him, down and away. No contact. And the strikeouts continue to come for Papelbon.
That was the 11th strikeout for Red Sox pitching today. 9 for Beckett, 1 for Bard, 1 for Papelbon, and here's Aaron Hill. There is strike 1. Hill doubled back in the 2nd inning. Since then, a walk and a strikeout. As the Blue Jays are down to their last out. One ball, one strike to Aaron Hill. Going away as Papelbon kind of yanked it. 2-1. Red Sox trying to gather their 3rd win of the year, coming in at 2-10. A much needed victory here today. On top 4-1 with 2 outs in the 9th. Up top, ball 3. Three-1 to Hill. Chop towards third base. It eats up Euclid's kicks to Lowry. Long throw, not going to be in time. Tough hop at third base, and Lowry made a bid, but Aaron Hill beats it out with 2 down in the 9th.
That ball had a lot of topspin and was heading out toward Kevin Youkilis at third base. It deflects off his glove right into the glove of Jed Lowry, but not in time at first base to get Hill. There's that topspin I was talking about. Just explodes on an infielder.
So 2 down. Blue Jays have a base runner at first, and here comes Travis Snyder. He knocked in the only Blue Jays run of the day back in the 2nd inning with a single as he knocked in Hill off Josh Beckett. Runner takes off at first as Snyder takes ball 1. Hill takes second base. To Snyder. Inside ball 2, 2-0. Inside ball 3. him in, and it's been off the plate, 3-0. Runner takes third as there is strike one. Hill moving over to third base now. Defensive indifference again for Hill to take third. 3-1 pitch to Travis Snyder. Snyder hits a pop-up into short left. Cameron on the run towards the seats, will slide and make the catch. Mike Cameron makes the grab and the Red Sox win. A much-needed victory at Fenway Park today for the Red Sox as they win it 4-1. And Jonathan Papelbon closes it out, and Jerry, again, another very good outing today for Josh Beckett.
Well, that was the key for the Red Sox today, to get a good, solid starting performance by Josh Beckett. Back-to-back great starts for Beckett, holding a club that he's had problems with in the past, the Toronto Blue Jays, only to that one run that came in the second inning. Jed Lowry, also a big day for the Red Sox.
Papelbon picks up his second save as the Red Sox win it 4-1, and Beckett wins for the second time. So the Red Sox come away with the 4-1 win. And Bob's Discount Furniture will be stepping up to the plate again for the Jimmy Fund this season. Bob's Discount Furniture will donate $1,000 for the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon for every game saved. So far this season, Bob's Discount Furniture has donated a total of $2,000 for the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon. It's a 4-1 Red Sox win for Jerry Remy and Heidi Watney. I'm Don Orsillo saying goodbye from Fenway Park. Join us again tomorrow afternoon for Game 3 of the 4-game series with the Jays. Our live coverage begins at 12:30. This has been a presentation of Nesson, New England's most watched sports network. It's time now for a preview of WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. Here's Tom Caron.